In this video, you'll see real plane crash moments captured on camera, seconds when a normal flight turns into pure chaos. These clips are shocking, but the goal here isn't drama. It's to understand what went wrong, what the pilots tried, and what we can learn from it. Some people survive, others don't. Viewer discretion is advised. Watch closely and tell me in the comments which moment hit you the hardest. On August 21, 2023, an IAI-1125 Astra had a runway excursion after landing at Chicago Executive Airport in Wheeling, Illinois. The NTSB determined the probable cause was a loss of braking effectiveness during landing for reasons that could not be determined. On July 25, 2016, a Robinson R-44II helicopter crashed onto a mountain road near Huangshui Town, Shiju County, Chongqing, China, and one occupant was injured. Local reporting said the helicopter failed to gain altitude after takeoff, and during the descent, its rotor blades struck a roadside traffic sign, leading to a loss of control and the crash. On March 11, 2023, a Cirrus SR-22 GTS G6 descended under its whole aircraft parachute near Sabará in the Belo Horizonte metropolitan area of Minas Gerais, Brazil, and all occupants were uninjured. The emergency parachute was deployed after a reported loss of engine power, when the pilot realized there wasn't enough glide range to return safely.
Vai cair devagar, menina.
Ai, Senhor, meu pai. Meu Deus.
Vamos de lá, mãe?
On July 29, 2023, a Rotorway 162F helicopter and an ELA Eclipse 10 gyroplane collided mid-air while maneuvering to land at Whitman Regional Airport during EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. 2 people were killed in the helicopter, and 2 people were seriously injured in the gyroplane. The NTSB said the crash was caused by the gyroplane pilot failing to see and avoid the helicopter in the traffic pattern, with a prohibited 360-degree turn in the pattern contributing to the collision. On January 19, 2013, a Cessna 152 made an emergency landing in a soybean field in rural Cornelio Procopio, Paraná, Brazil, after the crew shut down the engine when oil pressure dropped and severe vibration began. Investigators linked the engine failure to a maintenance error during the previous engine overhaul. 2 piston pin plugs were not installed, creating metal shavings that damaged internal lubrication and led to the in-flight failure. Both occupants were uninjured. On April 9, 2014, a medical helicopter crashed onto the Rooftop helipad at the University of New Mexico Hospital in Albuquerque, New Mexico, shortly after takeoff, and all 3 crew members suffered minor injuries. The pilot reported the anti-torque control pedals jammed or locked during takeoff. The helicopter spun out of control and struck the roof. On May 6, 2024, Delta Flight 604 landed at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, SeaTac, in Seattle, Washington, arriving from Cancun, Mexico. While parked at the gate, a ground power electrical malfunction, reported as a short in the power connection cord, caused sparks and a small fire in the aircraft's nose area, leading to an emergency evacuation. Minor injuries were reported during the slide exit. On May 31, 2008, a Robinson R-44 Astro crashed on Dutoit Street in Kroonstad, Free State, South Africa, during an attempted landing shortly after takeoff. The official investigation found the pilot inadvertently switched the hydraulic system off, making the controls heavy and leading to loss of control. The helicopter struck a pickup truck before coming down on the road. No fatalities were reported, but there were injuries.
Acelerar! Hydraulic is Go down here. Somebody acelerar! Zal ik acelerar? Denk je die vloer take, né? Ja. Jullie hebben het alles op video vastgevangen. Hydraulic is gekant. Ja. Keer net, weet je, vloer is Somebody acelerar! Goed, Santi. 3 fire reports. Bak bir de alıp gidiyor tasviri. Peki. Lılık burada okutsak. Lılık.
On November 11, 2023, an experimental turboprop landshare, often called an LX-7 after its conversion kit, overran the runway after landing at Aero Country Airport in McKinney, Texas, broke through the perimeter fence, and struck a moving car on the road. The two people on board were uninjured, and the car's occupant had minor injuries. The NTSB determined the cause was the pilot's failure to achieve the proper touchdown point, which led to the runway overrun and collision.
Not good. Not good.
On April 12, 2017, a United Nations SA-330 Puma peacekeeping helicopter was involved in an accident at Kavumu Airport near Bukavu, in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Video from the airfield shows the helicopter dropping hard onto the runway during a low hover and rolling onto its right side, with no fatalities reported. The confirmed cause was not publicly released. On April 21, 2023, a Beechcraft King Air 200 made a belly landing at Martin Miguel de Güemes International Airport in Salta, Argentina, and all 9 people on board were uninjured. The aircraft touched down with the landing gear retracted after the crew was unable to lower the undercarriage.
Nos va a tapar el camión. Ahí se va para la derecha. Ahí se puede pisar.
Ya está frenado ya casi.
Está entrando el otro.
Ahí está bajando la gente.
170 de nivel, ingresando por el 2.
Andate por culo.
Otra emergencia porque no tienen hasta estilo.
2354 recibido. Mantiene 170 vertical y va a proceder hacia Jujuy, tránsito que acaba de aterrizar en emergencia.
No, ya le están tirando agua ya. Están mojando a todo el mundo.
Y sí.
India Wikisierra copió. Copiado, sí, le vamos a solicitar el descenso y posterior procederíamos a la Cruz Alta, General Belgrano.
On August 21, 2015, a Bell 206B3 Jet Ranger lost control during landing at Lampicoy, La Union, Zacapa, Guatemala, and crashed into a house. All 4 people on board were uninjured. The investigation linked the accident to a loss of tail rotor effectiveness during the approach and an attempted go-around at low altitude and low airspeed, with pilot fatigue and limited recognition of LTE listed as contributing factors.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, Dios mío!
In March 2023, near Meridian, Mississippi, a Beechcraft Bonanza made an emergency off-airport landing in a cow pasture. The cause was a complete loss of oil pressure that led to severe engine failure. Everyone on board was okay, and the aircraft was later recoverable.
Warning, terrain, terrain. 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 Warning, terrain, terrain.
Holy shit. You good, Greg?
Alright, we're gonna call the FAA in a second. Everybody call their families. We lost the engine.
On June 21, 2010, a Schweitzer 269 C-1 helicopter lost engine power and crashed into trees near Asheville, North Carolina. The helicopter was substantially damaged, but the pilot and passenger were not injured. The reported cause was a loss of engine power for undetermined reasons, which led to the forced landing into terrain.
How you doing, Chief? I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm fine. Oh, man. How far up are we? Oh, sorry. Shit.
On July 14, 2001, during a Michigan Ultralight Association fly-in at Purdy Field in Gaines Township, Michigan, an experimental light aircraft crashed after a candy drop pass. Investigators concluded the candy flew back into the pusher propeller, shattering it and causing severe vibration that led to carburetor separation and a loss of engine power at very low altitude. The pilot was seriously injured and the passenger had minor injuries.
Oh, God. Okay, everybody to the side. Everybody to the side, Back up.
On June 14, 1997, a helicopter crashed in the Bandar Sri Damansara industrial area near Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, during an external load lift to place equipment on a communications tower. 3 people on board and 2 people on the ground were killed. Reported accounts say the suspended load struck the tower and the helicopter lost control and came down. On the 4th of March 2018, a video from a remote mining airstrip in Para, Brazil, captured a Cessna 182 Skylane overrunning the runway, striking diesel fuel drums, and hitting an embankment. The crash was a runway excursion after the aircraft could not slow down and stop on the short, rough strip after touchdown.
Boleh keju. O senhor tem que pedir pra Deus que não aconteceu nada. É, Márcio? É. O tambor segurou ainda, viu? E é porque o tambor segurou. O tambor segurou. Mas tá bom, não aconteceu nada.